I like having nothing in it. I like having no people in it. I like taking scale out of things. I'm just trying to photograph the things around me. So my bits and pieces. I'm not making big journeys. Romance is at home.
How people read sculpture is very different from how people read paintings or illustrations.
You're not just dealing with surface.
You're not dealing with surface, you're not really visualising it in a sort of narrative thing. I mean, sometimes sort of videoing sculpture sort of puts it in the context, same context as the way you read a painting or a drawing, and sort of unfolding a narrative thing.
We're doing a series of dancing videos around, well, Christine's in Norway, so in Norway and Brisbane. Yeah, it was like a way of communicating without words between us. We don't really have a set theme to the dances yet, but some of my dances I've just taken things from my life that I don't know, you know, if you have a happy time in your life and it can seem like a dance.
You make art because it's sort of like a, you know, it's a self-exploration of these things that you need to get out, but it's also like there's this idea of sharing things with the world, and this idea that even though when you produce art, not everyone's going to come to your exhibition and see your exhibition and everything you've done. There's also that idea, I think, of when you present an art exhibition that potentially you are talking to the entire world.
That video work was generated alongside another body of work that was this fabric installation that people popped their heads up into or could pull out, and the heads went up or came down, and so it was like a giant game of whack-a-mole. Even though no one was whacking people's heads, it was still like you were making yourself vulnerable.
I guess majority of the things that motivate me are primarily existential questioning of, you know, what we're doing here on Earth, who we are, all of those old age questions that have been asked since Aristotle and before, I guess. So those things come to motivate the practice consistently. That's probably why I also employ the optical effects, particularly with the perceptual trickery I use, to bring about a querying or questioning of how we perceive reality. And again goes back to, say, Aristotle with the stick in the water, you know, it appears to be bent, so seeing is not believing.